Could your charcuterie board be setting you up for colon cancer? Find out on this next episode of Digest This.
Welcome to Digest This, the show that helps you revolutionize your digestive health. Here are your hosts, Dr. Liz Cruz and Tina Nunziato.
Hello, and welcome to Digest This. I'm Dr. Liz Cruz, and I've got Tina Nunziato sitting right by here by my side.
Where do we get these topics?
Go ahead, just let it out. Just laugh, have a good
Oh.
time.
Sometimes she doesn't tell me the topic until we're starting these crazy podcasts. Okay, charcuterie boards.
So,
Okay.
do you have a charcuterie board?
I've eaten charcuterie boards before.
Have you actually eaten the board?
Not the board. Oh my gosh. Is that what you're talking about? Is how the board itself can...
So, actually, I did get you a charcuterie board for Christmas.
You did.
And now I'm feeling like maybe I shouldn't have. No, but...
We can put other stuff on it.
So look, no, your charcuterie board is not going to set you up for colon cancer. However, what you put on the board could, okay? So I've actually learned a lot, and you'll have to forgive me if I refer to my phone a little bit, because do you know what charcuterie means?
I do not.
I did not either, okay?
Oh.
I mean, I was like...
It's going to be a learning lesson for all of us. Please, Dr. Cruz, educate us on charcuterie boards.
Yes, so I'm going to educate you on charcuterie. So first of all, charcuterie, which by the way is such a great name, charcuterie. I love it. It is actually French, okay? It's a French term for the branch of cooking that's devoted to prepared meat products, such as bacon, ham, sausage, terrines, galantines, ballotines, pâtés, primarily from pork, but it doesn't have to be just from pork. You've got different other meats. I mean, but look, this includes Italian sausages, your salamis, even Spanish chorizo. It includes your hot dogs, your pork hot dogs, bacon. Okay, so that's actually what charcuterie is. I always thought charcuterie was actually the board. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that the name of it was referring to these meats,
Styles of
meats.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And so actually, like, this is a really big thing. There's even a French word for a person that practices charcuterie. Okay, they're called a charcutier. Literally translates to the pork butcher. The pork butcher.
Makes
all
sense.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is really interesting because one of our really good friends sent me a link, and this topic came up because she sent me a link like at 4 o'clock this morning, and the link was something that came out in The Guardian, and it was called Charcuterie's Link to Colon Cancer, confirmed by French authorities. And so, she asked me, is this true? And I was like, absolutely. In fact, in 2015, the World Health Organization, I don't know if you remember, and we may have podcasted on this way back then, but the World Health Organization basically came out and they ranked bacon, ham, sausages, they ranked them alongside with cigarettes as a major cause of cancer.
Dang.
Right?
That's crazy.
Yeah. The World Health Organization, they basically said, they were placing cured and processed meats. Okay, so again, this includes your hot dogs, your sausages, your cold cuts. They were linking them and putting them in the same category with tobacco, asbestos, alcohol, and arsenic.
Wow.
Group 1 carcinogen, all right? And one of the things in that study or that article that came out by the World Health Organization back in 2015, they were talking about, the increased risk with colon cancer. All right, which obviously to us is like of huge interest. I mean, spend my days doing colonoscopies on patients, trying to prevent them from getting colon cancer. And so I thought this was really interesting. There's a group, the IARC, and I don't know what that stands for, but basically they quoted and were saying that eating red meat is not only linked to colon cancer, but also pancreatic cancer and prostate cancer. Okay. And basically they concluded that 15 grams, which is like a 1.8 ounce portion of processed meat eaten daily, increases the risk of colorectal cancer by 18%.
Wow.
All right.
A lot of people are eating processed meats every day, like sandwiches. Like I get when I'm doing consults, like a very typical lunch for most people is a sandwich with some type of processed meat on it. And just because it's not pork or beef doesn't mean it's good for you, right? I mean, people are like, oh, I eat turkey sandwiches. It's still processed meats, right?
Absolutely.
So none of those lunch meats are really great for you.
Yeah, and one of the things that was in this article that just came out in The Guardian was, talking about the warning that it applies to all processed meat, from bacon, which is eaten in large quantities here in the U.S. and in Britain, to like Italian salami, Spanish chorizo, German bratwurst, and of course the French charcuterie. And in the statement they were talking about the issue with nitrates. Okay, and that's something that is a big thing in these meats, nitrates that get put in there to try to preserve the meat. And so anyways, I just thought it was important to talk about it because my friend, I responded back to her and I told her, yes, absolutely, there's a link. It's I mean, yeah, those charcuteries, those meats could be really delicious.
I think it's okay to have them every once in a while, right? Like, again, special treat type situations, holidays, right? But I think when you're eating them every day, when you're having bacon for breakfast every day, when you're doing a sandwich every day, I think that's when it starts to become a problem where it could be cancer causing, right? Or colon cancer causing.
A nice juicy steak every night.
Right, yeah.
I mean, there are some people
or even a couple times a week. I mean, a lot of people are eating that much meat every week. Especially barbecuing the meat. So that's another thing I know we have talked about on podcasts. Smoking the meat or barbecuing. Even if you barbecue, doesn't matter if you're using coals or gas, that is seeping into the meat. And then those carcinogens are getting into the body. So that's the stuff that's, is what makes the cancer form.
Exactly. So again, and like Tina said, we're not telling you don't eat these. That's not what our message is about. Our message is just to educate you, give you the information, share these things, and then you make the decision. You make the decision. I mean, like I said, we just got a charcuterie board here in this past year, and I mean, we put some meats on it, cheese, grapes, for the holidays. Yeah. I was just telling Tina, I was just reminding her, you know what I'm going to say?
Yes.
Yes, I was just reminding her the other day because we went on a little trip to Sedona this weekend just to get away. And we had some champagne. And I was telling her, I'm like, I fell in love with you over champagne and salami. This is like about over 20 years ago.
Yes.
And
I remembered that night, and I was like, yes, champagne and salami.
Champagne and salami.
We should do that every year on our anniversary. And now after this report, we won't be doing that on our anniversary every year.
So anyways, I mean, it is a treat for those of you that do enjoy charcuterie. Yes, it is a treat. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I love salami and champagne.
Absolutely.
I just know that I shouldn't be eating it every day. I want to also, be good to my body. But for a treat here and there, we will have champagne and salami.
Yes.
And there are a lot of what am I trying to say? There are a lot of alternative options out there also. And if that's something that you're interested in learning more about, I'm not going to go into it here. You should set up a free wellness consult with Tina. That would be a great way for you to connect with us. Like I said, it's free. Go on our website, www.drlizcruz.com, and right in the middle of the homepage, there's like a pink button, and you can press that button and get scheduled for a 30-minute wellness consult with this beauty right here. And
or Jaja, our Spanish.
Or Jaja, that's right.
Nutritionist.
If you would like to speak with someone in Spanish, Jaja will service those needs, and she'll be more than happy to talk to you. And and it's our gift to you. So please connect with us. If you haven't subscribed to this podcast, by all means, please subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. And by the way, give us a rating, review us, give us a rating, give us a good rating. That way it'll help other people like you to find us. All right?
Yeah.
All right. So on that note,
thank you for educating us on charcuterie boards.
Charcuterie.
Just
Say
that word.
That's right. Charcuterie. Say it 5 times.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next podcast.
Thank you for joining Dr. Liz Cruz and Tina Nunziato. To learn more about their revolutionary products and services, go online to www.drlizcruz.com.